Hi there, guys, and welcome to the Chronicles of Gamers. This is a podcast that loves to express our love-hate relationship with video games. I am your host, Efocutioner, and welcome to episode 27. Man, one more episode and it was actually catching up to my age. Oh man, I'm actually kind of worried about that. So this episode is a solo episode. So it's just me, Efocutioner. It's been a while since I've done one of these. Man, so I mean it's a little lonely here, but yo, low key, it's actually kind of nice, and I can get a little bit more intimate. I can get close to the mic and talk dirty to you guys. But for real though, we're here to talk about some video games, and we're just gonna kick things off to it's all about the hype. This is where we talk about any video games that we want to play, any AAA games, any AAA news, any game that you're really excited about that's coming out because it's all about the hype. And for me, I got a few things to be hyped about. I'm going to go straight into the esports category, and I'm going to go straight into Evo 2016. By the way, folks, you guys will probably see, well, actually, you guys will guarantee to see Gamer Composer and Gamer Complainer at Evo this year. So they're going to be coming on behalf of the Chronicles of Gamers and Gamer Complainers. So shout out to them going out there and just representing, both. But mostly, I'm a little sad. But anyways, I don't want to get into the sadness of me not being able to go to Evo this year. But Evo 2016. If you guys haven't heard the news already, Street Fighter V will be televised live on ESPN2. That's right, folks. Street Fighter V, the big stage at Evo, will be on ESPN2. In fact, there's actually a commercial out. Nice little mini commercial that I actually saw at the gym that I went to. Like, I was at the gym, building the body, doing the jump ropes and stuff like that. Just, And next thing you know, I see the PlayStation thing. I'm just like, wow, that's weird. A PlayStation commercial being on ESPN2. And pause. What do I see? I mother freaking see the commercial for Street Fighter V. And it says, it will be on Evo. So that's going to be interesting. It's going to be on Evo Sunday, July 17th. The coverage will begin at 7 p.m. Pacific time, which is 10 p.m. Eastern. I believe that's 9 p.m. Central. But unfortunately, though, even though this is going to be televised, it's only going to be the finals of Street Fighter V. So it's not going to be top 8 like what Twitch will be doing. So, by the way, for those who haven't really watched Evo, Evo is going to be a 3-day event, at least 8 to 10 streams based off of like different games. So Street Fighter will usually have two streams. Guilty Gear will have 2 streams. Marvel will have 1. Smash Brothers will have 2. Mortal Kombat will just have 1. Tekken will have 1. Pokken will have 1. Ultimate Marvel's gonna have 1. So it's gonna be like, let me rephrase it. It'll probably be like 8 to 14 different streams. But some will have 2, some will have 1. It really depends. It's really impressive that Ultimate Marvel actually made it back in. That is really a dedicated game, and it's gonna suck because I think this might be the last year. So hopefully KOF 14 takes that spot. Shout out, yeah, KOF 14. But yeah, Evo, ESPN, it's kind of a big deal, and I'm really glad to see that. Hopefully next year they'll be able to do like top 8, and not just top 8 of like Street Fighter. Maybe they'll be able to include the others, especially Injustice, which will also be coming out during 2017. So we might see that. Like hopefully ESPN2 will have, once they see the finals of Street Fighter V, and I'm pretty sure like other people are going to be like representatives of, ESPN will be there, and they'll be like, oh crap, man, these other games are pretty hype and stuff like that. So hopefully it gets to the point where either next year or the year after, it's just ESPN2 covers the top 8, which will be fine. But I still want Twitch and everybody else to cover it too. Like Team Spooky and, BG Callisto. Then I got another category from the esports for esports. So, for those who haven't noticed, or for those who don't know, or for those who have known, but if they just haven't been on the PlayStation 4 in a while, Street Fighter V received two big updates. The first one was for the story. Story mode is out. It's free, of course. You don't have to pay. So buy the game. You can download the story. It's going to be 8 gigs though. So for me, it took like a day because my internet is kind of crappy. But it took me a day. And another update, which is also included, was for the Ibuki and Balrog and included the stages. And now, one of the stages that we, if you haven't bought it already or if you haven't played it, it's called the Kazooie Beach Stage. This stage is basically, it's pretty much the beach. Your character gets to you pretty much get to fight in the water. So like half of it's like the beach, the sand and stuff. The other half is like your feet's getting close to the ocean. This stage is banned at Evo. It's banned. And it's banned because one, the water is just the watercolor is just it's so freaking horrible. For those who don't know, there's this character called Birdie, and Birdie is this character. He's like a mix between a grappler and a trap man. I don't know what to really categorize him, but he has a lot of traps. So he has the banana peel, and he has like this can. The banana peel, if a person gets hit by it, that's a free combo. He can pretty much just do like stand medium punch until like his little headbutt move. If you get hit by the can, you could like probably do a bigger combo like with the crouch fierce into like his chain, and then you get like a free 50 you get a free mix up afterwards. Or you can roll the can. If they block it, you can actually do a jump in command grab. Or you can, like the whole point is like you can pretty much mix people up. That's the whole point of Birdie. So what sucks about the ocean stage is it kind of prevents you from like noticing his traps or when he's throwing the can or anything like that. So that's one thing that kind of sucks. I've also seen Fang, who's he's a charge character. He also throws out like this MIDI poison fog. So if you pay attention to it, it actually, depending on where it's placed, you couldn't see it in the water. And then another problem with it is it distorts the hitbox. So you can be like, and I know for most people they're just like, what's the big deal about the hitboxes? But as a Street Fighter player myself and trying to get really like decent to go to Evo 2017, makes a huge freaking difference. Hitboxes are very important. You want to make sure that you're outside that range where like your opponent can just like knock you down and mix you up if you don't have to get knocked down. So when you see, like, if you're paying attention to the opponent's feet, you could actually be misled because what it does is the water pushes like the animation for the feet a little bit back. So you could think like, oh, I'm not in sweep range, and you actually are. So it's like the water kind of deceives your eyes. So that's like another thing that kind of sucks. So that got banned. They got banned right away. So it's only for casual, only for online. But this stage has not only been banned from Evo, but it's been banned from all tournaments until they fix that problem. So that's banned indefinitely. So no matter what tournament, even if it's a local, that is banned. But for ESPN2, since that's the final stage is going to be televised, what Evo did this year is they're officially banning training mode stage. And for those who haven't seen any of the earlier Evos, training mode stage is actually the best stage to play on, in my honest opinion, especially if you're trying to learn or if you're trying to play in tournament. Because it's pretty much like, it's a grid. You can pretty much see like where you are, your perfect spacing, where your opponent's at. Like if you on high and mid-level play, training mode stage is a godsend. So, but the problem is it looks boring as fuck to any other, for people who are just watching, because they're just like, oh, it's just a grid. Who cares? So since Evo is going to be televised on ESPN2, or at least the finals, and then most of the time it's just going to be on Twitch, and we're going to get more people who are going to be viewing this thing now, especially since Evo's records have just shattered everything of last year. Like, pretty much every game has just broke its record. and Street Fighter just demolished, just like over 5,000 people. But because of that, they don't want to have training mode stage because that looks boring for the casual player. But for like people who are mid or high or like trying to understand the game, training mode stage looks amazing because you're not really looking at the stage, you're looking at the players and the characters. But yeah, that stage got banned for Evo. It's not banned for tournament play, so you can use this any other tournament you want, but it's banned. It's banned for Evo. Yeah. So that's pretty much my esports little. It's all about the hype section. And now that we're done with that, I'm gonna go straight into the games that I'm actually pretty much hyped about. So, of course, we all know TGS, Tokyo Game Show, which will be September 15th to the 18th. There's supposedly supposed to be some big news coming from PlayStation. It's been rumored that PlayStation is all set, pretty much prepared to showcase the Neo, PlayStation Neo, quote unquote. And there's an earlier rumor that recently got debunked after like PlayStation's announcement of TGS that there was supposed to be a PlayStation 4 Slim or something like that. So the pretty much like combat how Xbox One has the Xbox One S. That rumor got debunked. I know I don't normally report rumors, and I know it's for TGS, but I don't know. I was just a little curious. I'm trying to keep the Neo optimism alive because I know there's a few of you guys that are curious about the Neo who listen, and I'm just letting you know if you gotta wait till September 15th to the 18th. Just wait till TGS. Pretty much wait till September. That's it. And besides, it's not a big deal because you could also play Final Fantasy 15 because that'll be coming out in September. So it's all good. It's not a big deal to wait. Oh, by the way, I'm going to let you know now, TGS is already announced. Don't expect Nintendo at TGS. So don't expect any Nintendo news, Nintendo NX. Don't expect anything Nintendo. You'll probably get the same thing you got this year at Evo. Not Evo, sorry. I'm still thinking of Evo. Hey! But don't expect anything special. You're going to get the same thing you got at E3, which is, who knows, with Nintendo. So don't expect anything out of them. I just found out, speaking of Final Fantasy 15, which I just mentioned, because that's coming out in September. If you pre-order Final Fantasy 15 right now, I just found this out at GameStop, and I double-checked online too, but mostly I found out at GameStop. If you pre-order it right now at GameStop or EB Games, which, EB Games, I don't even want to talk about that, but you get a bonus side-scrolling action game from the Final Fantasy 15 story. So it's supposed to be related to the story, and it's called A King's Tale. I won't tell you what characters are in it, but it's supposed to be related to the story of Final Fantasy 15. So now you have the anime, now you have like the live action movie that they're trying to pull out, and you got this side-scrolling action game. So that's three things that are supposed to be linked to the Final Fantasy 15 storyline. So it's supposed to get you prepared, to let you know which characters are which. But it doesn't matter which pre-order it doesn't matter which pre-order you do. So you can pre-order like the Day 1 edition, the Collector's edition, and whatever. If you pre-order it at GameStop or EB Games, you get the game. I don't know, it's kind of interesting. I think I want to pre-order it to play it, but then again, I don't really want to support the pre-order, the whole pre-order BS. So, man. I don't know. I'll keep you updated if I, break or crack or something like that. But if you don't want me to crack, please send me some love on the Chronicles of Gamers podcast at gmail.com or hit me up at Twitter, COG podcasts, and or at Efocutioner at Twitter, and just be like, do not support the pre-order bullshit. But I actually might crack for that one. BioShock Collection officially announced. This was rumored a while back. I think I mentioned it on the podcast. Actually, I know I mentioned it on the podcast. But that was announced. It's officially announced. Coming out September 13th. So voila! If you're not super excited about TGS, you can play some BioShock Infinite or some BioShock in general, man. Just play the collection. You'll be good. Now, the game will have all the DLC single-player content. I don't remember Bioshock 2 having a multiplayer aspect, but whatever. Uh, and pretty much the game also contains a never before seen video series called Director's Commentary Imagining Bioshock. So that seems pretty interesting. I think I might get this in September 13th, especially if it comes with this video series, because I'm actually really interested to like see their process and what made them go in, like what made them do Bioshock Infinite. Like, I don't know, like story wise, that game is so amazing, and it's like I'm curious. I want to know what their thought process was. So I'm looking forward to looking at the director's commentary and learning more about how they made the game in general. Um, Next on my list that I'm like really hyped about is for those who have the Resident Evil 7 game demo. I bet you didn't explore everything, or you're probably too scared to explore anything, or you just didn't know what really to do, so you just did whatever you wanted. Hey! And you thought, hey, this is probably the only ending. Well, let me stop you right there, folks. There's this guy. His name is a blogger named Where's Barry, and this man made a freaking guide for Resident Evil 7. But the guide looks exactly like an NES style manual. And I gotta admit, man, this manual looks kind of sick. Like, there's some great detail in this thing. And the guide covers chapters, maps, inventories, and explain how to get the different endings. I didn't even know there was multiple endings. I was there when Gamer Composer and Gamer Complainer played it. And you'll probably hear us in the background arguing. I'll post her video in the show notes so you guys can watch. But I'm actually thinking of streaming this myself. I'll let you know Friday. So pretty much on Friday, I'm going to make an announcement. I'll let you guys know what day I'll be streaming Resident Evil 7. And not only that, I'm going to actually stream Street Fighter 5 story mode too. So this Friday, when you guys get the episode and you guys are looking, I'm going to post that there too and just be like, hey, these are the days I'm going to start streaming. So get prepared, get the popcorn all ready, because I'm going to be talking a lot of smack during the Street Fighter 5 story mode. And you'll probably see me scared the fuck off. Like, I'm going to be scared as hell when I play the Resident Evil 7 demo. So I'm going to try to play that at night with the lights off. I don't have a surround sound, so hopefully it won't be that scary. Another thing that I don't want to say that I'm excited about. I'll probably go into like a tangent of the antidote area of It's All About the Hype. So there's a Minecraft movie. I don't even believe this. I just found this by accident. Like, I think I was just looking on I forgot what I was looking on, but I just, it was just like one of those things you just find by accident. Oh, I was looking on Destructoid. So I was on Destructoid, just reading and being my happy-go-lucky self, like la 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 la, learning more about news, hearing more about why Mighty Number 9 sucks. Yeah, but I found this game. I saw Minecraft and then I saw a movie and I was like, get the fuck out of here. And yes, folks, there's a Minecraft movie, thanks to Warner Brothers, that will be released May 24th, 2019. And I gotta say, man, Hollywood is definitely grabbing for all these video game movies. And it's getting to the point where our podcast might as well also contain movies as well. We might as well just talk about movies now, because it's ridiculous. And I gotta say, I'm gonna blame the World of Warcraft. I don't understand how that movie did so well. Actually, yes, I do. But seriously though, a Minecraft movie? Like a Minecraft movie? Like what are you gonna talk about? What's the story? What are you gonna do? I'm gonna need Hollywood to get their shit together. I'm really gonna need them to get their shit together. It's. I know I'm not hyped about this. I'm not hyped. I'm definitely not hyped about this. I'm just tired of it. Hope this Assassin's Creed movie is like good too, man. I'm gonna go see it because Gamer Complainer keeps saying it's gonna be amazing because of Michael Fassbender. So this thing better be freaking amazing. Like this better be like the best video game movie of all time. Like a legit actual best, not, bullshit, get lucky Disney hype team or, you know, send that shit to another country type good. I can't talk shit. If it's a success, it's a success. Somebody liked it. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean it's not worth watching. Watch the World of Warcraft movie, folks. Maybe I might be wrong. I'm talking all this shit about the movie. I still haven't seen it. I'll probably watch it next episode, and then I'll let you guys know episode 28 how I feel about it. Let me stop talking shit about it. Somebody liked the movie. Multiple people liked the movie. Let me stop bagging on the people. Maybe this Minecraft movie might be good. I'm not gonna talk shit. I'm gonna sit there and watch. Let me see what you guys got. All right. Also, when I was on the Destructoid, I found this trailer, and dang, it's called Shinis, the Lightning Kingdom. Shinis. Yeah, it's like hard for me to pronounce this word. Um, I'll put this in the show notes as well. But it's like an RPG fighter. So the game kind of looks like Neo or Ninja Gaiden mixed with like Kingdom Hearts, where you're able to do like combos and stuff like that. But once you beat the enemy, you get experience, and with those experience, you can use that to learn more moves, better attacks. You can also take opponents' stuff and use that as armor to increase your defense, and you'll also increase your defense. And the game looks really freaking sick. Like, game looks too amazing, and I can't believe this was a Kickstarter game. I'm gonna post this in the show notes because I'm like really underselling it right now. I want to hype this up, but I haven't played it, and I want to play a game before I hype it up. But I definitely feel like you guys need to check out this game. It's Shinis, dang, Shinis, the Lightning Kingdom. I'm like butchering the name. That's the sad part about it. And the game looks so amazing. I'm so sorry. Oh, last but not least, before we wrap things up with It's All About the Hype. I know, for those of you who are tired of waiting for Final Fantasy VII Remake, well, don't worry about it too much, folks, because there's another way to satisfy your Final Fantasy VII lust, and it doesn't include buying the Final Fantasy VII HD game on the PS4. Nope. You can actually buy Final Fantasy VII Monopoly! Yes, folks, this is actually a real thing. Final Fantasy VII Monopoly. But anyways, though, this is this is official, and it's Sephiroth and Aerith approved, man. Like, this game, Cloud approves. Barrett may be cursing up a storm in this game, but he approves as well, folks. If Sid wasn't on high wind right now, he would also approve. But this game is scheduled to be released April 11th, 2017. So, this is actually the perfect game to buy for convention season. So, I know for Chicago, we got C2E2 and we got ASEN. So, this will be like the perfect board game that just like play in the, like, just come down, mingle with folks and be like, hey, you guys just want to play this Final Fantasy VII Monopoly game? I'm curious to see, like, will you play as the Turks too? Will you play as Professor Hojo? Oh man. And I know it's like Final Fantasy VII. Can it include Zack? Can you play as Zack too? That would be so sick. I can already see it. Like, what happens? Do you go to jail? Like, do you go to jail or do you just die? Like, is this gonna be like money or is this gonna be like actual health? What happens if you run into like Emerald Weapon? Oh my gosh! I'm sorry. I'm just laughing because this game might just be the greatest idea of all time, and I actually want to play it. I want to throw my money at this game. I cannot wait till April 11, 2017. I might just buy it. And the game is $40 before tax. I'm rounding up. So it's like $39.99, but I'm just going to say 40. It's $40. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are the things I'm hyped about. I probably see 3 things I would throw my wallet at. To be honest, though, I'm really excited to play Resident Evil 7 with this NES style manual. Really curious to see what that is, and I want to see the multiple endings. So, and I actually want to play Street Fighter V story mode because I played a bit of it at E3. Like I said, I don't want to talk shit. I didn't play the best. I think I probably played in the middle. So, but yeah, that's it for It's All About the Hype. Anyways, guys, we're gonna take a small break, and when we come back, we'll get into the next topic. So stay tuned.
What the heck are you gonna do when the block apocalypse happens? Better call Ball. See, Ball's world was black and white until vibrant alien blocks fell from the sky and destroyed civilization. It's going to be up to Ball to save it. Super Happy Fun Block is a puzzle game in which changing the color of the world alters reality. You have to maneuver through treacherous obstacles, uncover hidden secrets, and outsmart the blocks to help Ball save what remains of humanity. Super Happy Fun Block has received 5 out of 5 on the iTunes App Store and 4.5 stars on Touch Arcade. People love it. The Chronicles of Gamers is giving away a special copy of the game, but only one lucky winner will win. All you have to do is guess Efocutioner's favorite track of the Super Happy Fun Block soundtrack and what video game track it reminds him of. The first person to answer correctly will receive a download code to the App Store for the game. Write your submissions to the Chronicles of Gamers podcast at gmail.com. We look forward to hearing from you. Remember, Super Happy Fun Block is available now on iOS and is coming soon to Android and PC. Don't let Ball's world stay black and white. Bring some color to his life.
Hi there, guys. Welcome back. And now we're going to get into Indie Love. This is where we talk about any indie games that we played, or any games that you finished, or any indie games that you feel deserves mention. Indie Radar. And I actually have one game, actually 2 mentions. One, Reclaim Earth. It's got a new update. So does Moria. I haven't had a chance to play One Night Stand. Damn, I'm actually doing more than one. Sorry, folks. But Reclaim Earth, I'm gonna just call it 1.0 beta. So it's got slightly improved graphics. I ended up moving around, exploring a lot more. The graphics are better. You can actually see more details on the enemies. Weapons look actually look more sicker. Sound effects are a lot more clear. The game looks so much better. And I actually found I found some armor. When you go up the hill, when you start off, you see this big mountain and stuff like that. I didn't know you can climb on top of it, but I found this body armor. So I was like, oh crap, man. But yeah, I know that Gamer Composer is also doing the sound effects of that. But the game's looking pretty sick. So Reclaim Earth. I want y'all to give that another look see. I think I might do another video because there's a huge improvement on the game itself. So when I do Indie Love again, be on the lookout for that. Next one is Moria has gone through some changes too. I want y'all to download that. I would like to go more into the other games and stuff like that, but I just want to really mention this one game. But I want to give shout outs. So I want people to replay One Night Stand, Moria, Reclaim Earth. You can switch it up any one of those 3, but I want you guys. If you guys have played it, or if you guys seen the Indie Love videos, I think I'm doing an update. I'm definitely going to start doing some updates. So there's definitely been some changes on the games that I definitely Indie Love, but I've still found some new games. And one new game that I found I feel like really deserves mention today is Long Gone Days. And this game was, So Long Gone Days is actually part of a Square Enix Collection series. And of course, for those who don't know about the Square Enix Collection, this is where they take and support different indie games that are coming out. So Long Gone Days, made by Camelia Berg Gomez. This person ended up doing the music and the sound effects for this as well. And And so yeah, this person did the music and the sound effects, and this game is actually not only Steam greenlit, but it's also part of the Square Enix collection. And so far, the game looks pretty sick. I actually played it. So let me go into details about Long Gone Days. This is pretty much a 2D modern day driven military RPG that combines elements of visual novels and dystopian fiction set in present real world situations and real world time. So you get to play this game as this guy named Rourke, a soldier from the core, a highly isolated place below the surface of the Earth. After finding out the truth about the operation he's part of in Killigard, he decides to abandon his post, not really knowing the overall consequences of deserting from an inescapable war. During this journey, he'll collaborate with several people from different parts of the world who will help him with language barriers, strategies, and overall teamwork. Of course, this has the basic JRPG elements. This game definitely does that because it feels like Final Fantasy VII, and like it really feels like Final Fantasy VII, just story wise. Gameplay wise, is completely different. It goes in like a whole nother direction. So let me go more into it. So Long Gone Days doesn't have a battle system, and you won't ever have to grind, as characters do not level up, but they learn stronger skills and are able to upgrade their weapons. As the story progresses, you won't have to worry about under level team members when planning your formation for upcoming battles. Every team member comes with their own set of skills, even some that will make your life easier outside of battles, like the interpreter class, which will allow you to communicate with non-English speaking NPC. You'll also be able to craft your own items and upgrade weapons using things stored in your inventory. Instead of relying on magic, skills require items in order to be used. Besides hit points, Long Gone Days uses morale. Now this morale system that they actually have though, like this thing's like really sick. It's let me go into it. So the stats affect the character's battle performance. So basically, if you have high morale, you have a better chance of critical attacks and higher evasion. While if you have low morale, like your accuracy will drop, and so will your defense. But if your morale reaches zero, the character will literally lose his will to fight. Like he will not give two shits and like let himself get killed. But if they have high morale, you can get your members, like you can get your party members to understand. Like if you have high morale, you got nothing to worry about. And it's pretty hard to like increase someone's morale when it goes down. So, whew, you want to make sure that if their morale is like under 50%, you got some work to do. But if you can get it like to 50%, that's fine. If you get your morale to 80%, oh man, you're golden. You won't have to worry about crap. You'll be able to hit anything. You'll be able to do headshots. And the weird thing about this game too is the way it's set up. It's not set up as like the typical JRPGs where you just attack the enemy. You actually so when you fight with the people, you actually get to choose where you want to strike. So like you can hit the character in the legs, which prevents them from like dodging your bullets and stuff like that, or any incendiary items that you have. You also have the ability to like shoot them in the stomach, which will kill them, but it takes more hits because your opponent will have body armor on. Or you can hit them in the arms, and if you hit them in the arms enough times, then they lose the ability to shoot and attack you. Or if you shoot them in the head, that's instant death. It only takes a couple of hits, but the problem is like that's very easy to avoid, while the body is like really easy to hit. The legs are kind of like the legs and the arms are like in the middle. It's like if your morale's high, you can hit them in the legs, then the arm, and then you're good. But when starting off in fights, you definitely want to aim for the chest region. I know it takes a little bit longer, but it's like worth it in the end because it gets the kill. And my first playthrough, I tried to hit them in the legs and the arms, which was like the dumbest decision I've ever done because it definitely makes your battles a lot longer, and it's really hard for you to get like to heal yourself because you really have to explore it and find certain items. This game is multi-platform, so it's on Windows and Mac. there's no random encounters or grinding. Like I said, the battles are directly related to the plot. So you won't be leveling up. Your party members will just learn new skills, and you'll be able to upgrade weapons and craft new items. So whatever you see or whatever your opponent drops, you just grab it. Immersion, as you continue your journey through the real world locations, like some NPCs will be able to speak your language, some won't, which is why you'll need the translator, or you'll really have to learn the language yourself, which is actually another great thing about the game. Of course, this is like the weirdest thing. There's no fantasy, there's no magical powers, it's not supernatural, it's only science and technology, but it does have that feeling. So it's like a reverse. I guess I can't say a reverse, but it's an interesting JRPG. I think it has the same feeling as Valkyrie Chronicles with the whole real world aspect. So I like that portion. It kind of feels like Valkyrie Chronicles with the whole real world thing. And you definitely want to take care of your teammates and have them in your party. And you want to engage in conversations with them because that definitely improves morale, and you want them to be on high morale. And then, of course, there's like two types of battle systems. There's the turn-based, which is where you try to hit your opponent in the certain areas, and you have the sniper mode, which consists of trying to find your opponents and just snipe them. So because you'll be playing as Rogue, who is a sniper. And if you can get into a position where you can hide and be able to just, perform beautiful headshots, this is the best way to do it. But I won't go into the characters. I'll definitely say you need to play Long Gone Days. I just really wanted to mention this game and give shout outs to, Reclaim Earth, One Night Stand, and Moria. But definitely this game, like Long Gone Days, like I didn't expect to like it. Like, even when I read it, I just thought this was probably the dumbest thing ever, but yeah, what do I know, right? I actually liked the game just by trying it. See, and this goes into the whole thing of this is why you shouldn't talk shit until after you play it. Because I was talking shit in the beginning, and then I was like, oh shit, this is actually pretty damn good. And now I like it. So I'll post the link up. If you guys want to support the campaign, you got until July 11th. That sucks because I don't get paid until July 12th. Or July 13th. So I'm like, fuck, I can't really support this. And I actually want to support it like I did with Moria. So, sorry, missed out. Anyways, though, once again, I'll post this in the show notes. Long Gone Days. I think this has really good potential. This might be the game. This might be the one. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for Indie Radar. We're going to take a small break, and when we come back, get into the next topic. So stay tuned.
Do you love anime? Do you love music? If you answered yes, then check out the Anime OST Hour. You'll hear music from some of the greatest Japanese composers of all time, including Yoko Kanno, Joe Hisaishi, Hiroyuki Sawano, and more. Tune in Thursdays on your podcast app on iTunes, or check it out on SoundCloud. See you, Space Cowboy.
Hi there, guys. Welcome back. And now we're going to get into our next topic, True Story. This is where we talk about any video game related stories that you want to bring up, or any video game type amazing events or interesting situations that you went through in the game itself. True story. And I actually got a weird true story. So I'm actually playing Arkham Origins, and I want to do like a mini review about it when I get done playing it. But I'm playing Arkham Origins, and I'm not gonna lie, I had the toughest time facing Slade. So story wise, I'm not gonna spoil anything. But I'm gonna talk about it a bit. Spoiler alert. So for those who ever wanted to play Arkham Origins, I'm just gonna tell you right now. I'm about to spoil it. I'm gonna count down. 3, 2, 1, now. Alright, so if you're listening now, I'm going to start talking about the story. Pretty much as Batman, you're in the prison, and I was already upset when I got there, because not the prison, but it's like you're in Penguin's little fight club fight club place. And I wanted to go through the main door because I figured like, okay, there's like 20 people down there. Clearly, I'm about to fight some people, and this is like after you like knock the shit out of Electrocutioner for like talking about, oh, I'm about to beat you, Batman, and like that was funny because I didn't expect like he was talking so much shit, and I was just tired, and I was just like, and I literally said out loud like, shut the fuck up, and I'm just like in my head I just said it, and then I just walked up to it and I just punched him. I was like, shut the fuck up, and I was like, whoa, he's knocked out. That was the easiest boss fight ever. So then you go into the next arena in Penguin's place, and I wanted to go through the main door, but you gotta like go around, go through the pipes, and come down from the sky and shit. I was like, damn it, I wanted to be really Batman and just like bust open the fucking door and be like, what up, bitches? But of course you do that, and you fight the guys and stuff like that, and then out of nowhere Slade comes out, and I'm thinking like, okay, this is probably the same shit with Electrocutioner. So I'm like, Slade's talking all this shit like, oh, you worthy opponent, oh, I'm gonna kill you, blah 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 blah. So I attacked this guy, and what was weird is he countered my attack with that freak. So he has like the staff, and I was just like, whoa. So Slade can counter too? Okay, I guess that makes sense. And so what I kept doing was whenever the animation of the counter popped up, I pressed it early. I guess I pressed it too early. And then when I tried to attack, he easily counterattacked me. And I was just like, what the fuck is going on? So pretty much I got all the counters, but he just kept countering me. And then like after I lost the first time, I found out like during the caption, because it gives you hints, it's like, don't counter too early when fighting Slade, because if you counter too early, he'll counter you back. And it's just like, whoa, okay. So the second time after, I press restart, decided to go at him again. And I'm like, okay, this is all I gotta do, right? Just gotta do perfect counters and stuff like that. And that's the thing that really got me, is like, this is a fight where you have to do perfect counters. So I think this fight ended up taking like, I got lost like 3 times. So the fourth time, I'm already low on health, and I wasn't using any gadgets or anything like that. So I decided to use some gadgets, and I kept using the back grapple. So the first stage is basically you try to counter the staff, and pretty much you go into the strike mode where you knock off his helmet, and then the second one is like that's where he's like he goes to staff more, and then he still talks more bullshit, and he's trying to attack you. But of course, you're trying to do the counters. So once you do the second types of strikes and you like take his staff and you break it, that's when he busts out the sword and shit. But if you're like at a distance, he'll like use this grapple thing to like hook you to like one of the exploding canisters and stuff like that. And I was just having a hard time trying to counter those. And like, and he had the sword and all that shit. So I'm basically dodging when he has a sword, and I'm trying to counter his counter. And I think this probably was like my toughest Arkham anything fight. Like this is probably that was my toughest Batman boss battle outside of Batman Forever. And I was surprised to beat it, but what made me more surprised was like I didn't expect Arkham Origins to have an interesting boss fight, or to do like you have to do perfect counter boss fight. Like I was really underestimating the game, because as I'm playing it, it's like I see the good, but I don't know. It's like the game isn't. It's pretty much what people said. It's like it's not better than Arkham City, but it's not bad either. Like it's. I feel like if this game had came out first, it would be fine. Like this would be like the standard definition, and then Arkham Asylum would have just been like this huge thing, and then Arkham City would have just been like this thing that blew. I just feel like Arkham Origins just came out at the wrong time, but I definitely like that Slade boss fight, and that was just the only reason I feel like it's worth mentioning as a true story is because I didn't expect I didn't expect to have a challenge in that game, and I did, and that really mindfucked me. So I was like, wow, okay, this is actually pretty good. And I mean, story wise, Arkham Origins isn't that bad, and gameplay wise, it's not that bad either. It's just not great. But that boss fight was like, oh, okay, let me give this game another look-see and do more stuff. So yeah. So I actually played Reclaim Earth again, and I made it to the boss battle, and I'm so fucking pissed I didn't record this, but I when I usually face the boss battle, because I'm not good with keyboard and mouse, I'm good with I'm good with I'm really better with pad. So using keyboard and mouse, like my skills kind of diminish. But I got to the boss fight, and I usually get to like 50% when I usually fight the boss and shit like that. But I don't know. It was a few days ago, like on a Saturday night, late Saturday night. I'm playing this game, and like out of nowhere, I'm making it further than 50%, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. I'm like, I'm moving this keyboard and mouse, I'm moving around, I'm dodging, I'm running, I'm ducking. I'm like, I'm just doing everything right. I'm getting up on the ledge and I'm shooting at the guys, and then they start to get a little bit over, so I'm just running and dodging and shit. Anyways, though, I'm like, I get to the point where it's like it went from like 50% to 20% to 10%, and I swear I think I just probably needed one more freaking enemy killed. But because I stayed on the ledge and like the enemies just kept piling up, I had to get the fuck off. So I had to like run around and shit. But as I'm running and shit, I'm still shooting, and they're hitting me a bit and bit, and I'm like, oh crap, my health's at like 10% because as I was running and dodging before, I never got a health pack, so I was at 10%, and I knew like one more hit would probably kill me. So and instead of so like after I killed the guy, I'm running to the health pack, and I turn around, and like one of the enemies just like spawned to my left side or something like that. So it kind of scared me a bit, and he got me, but I was at 2%. So I literally turned around and said, fuck this. I'm about to kill this. I just need to kill one guy. And it's just like I'm pressing this keyboard and mouse like crazy, and it's just like, oh my gosh, there's one more. And it's like I was shooting at the one dog, but another one like came out of nowhere and like got it in front, and I was like, no, what are you doing? No. And my character died. I just needed one more freaking enemy, and I could have had it. I was like so pissed at myself, because I was like, I shouldn't have went for help. I should have just kept fighting. I should have just ran to the other side of the ledge, got up on it, and just let them come to me and just fired. And I didn't do that, and I was so pissed, because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna take a picture of this, put it on Twitter and shit like that. But I was just so mad. Like I went to sleep mad and sad, because I was like, I can't believe I was so fucking close. Like I didn't even want to watch Hunter x Hunter on Toonami, and I was thinking like, man, this would be a great way to end the night. Beat Reclaim Earth, watch Toonami. I was like, nah, I can't even do it now. I was so fucking pissed. I haven't played Reclaim Earth since. I'm giving it a shout out, but I'm so fucking mad right now. Yeah, alright, so those are my two true stories. Other than that, guys, we're gonna take a small break. When we come back, we're gonna wrap things up. So stay tuned. Hi there, guys. Welcome back. And now we're gonna wrap things up. And of course, we have selfless plugins. Chronicles of Gamers. That's it. You can just Google us, The Chronicles of Gamers. Go to the website, thechroniclesofgamers.com. COG Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, The Chronicles of Gamers. Wherever you want to hit me up, twitter.com/Efocutioner. Just type in Efocutioner. EFOCUTIONER. Focutioner. That's it. Facebook.com, The Chronicles of Gamers. iTunes, The Chronicles of Gamers. Stitcher, The Chronicles of Gamers. YouTube, The Chronicles of Gamers. We're just there. And then also give a shout out to Gamer Complainers. Pretty much the same thing. Twitter.com/GamerComplainers. YouTube.com/GamerComplainers. Gamer Complainers. Just type it out. Gamer Complainers. Not complainer. Complainers. It's the one with the S. It's the one with the better looking graphics. Trust me, you'll notice if you Google it, you'll see two different versions. The ones with the better graphics, the ones with the beautiful, colorful, great, amazing, pop out, look amazing graphics. Gamer Complainers. And ChasePathia.com. Other than that, folks, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm out of here, folks. So stay lit.